Previously on High Stakes Poker. A stacked lineup kicked off the season.
Yes.
Tom Dwan started off cold.
How much you have?
And Patrick Antonius tried and failed to bluff Doyle.
Took his time. Went over all the possibilities, right? What could he have? Let's see. I don't give a I'm calling.
It's 4,000.
Nice if you bluff.
The money they're playing for is real. It's their own money. It's coming right out of their pocket.
Come on.
$300,000 in cash with a 4 high.
Now the pot is almost $550,000. And we're now looking at the biggest pot in the history of High Stakes Poker.
I'm all in. These ladies ain't ladies unless they're your ladies. Got their hands on a monster, and that's what it takes. If you got what it takes, you can play High Stakes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to High Stakes Poker Season 9, Las Vegas, the Strip. Over $1 million on the table. This is what the game is all about. AJ Benza here with Gabe Kaplan. Gabe, I'm not sure we've ever had a star-studded lineup quite like this one. Brunson, Negreanu, Ivey, Dwan, Antonius, and the new main event champ, Karai Aldemir.
And James Board. And maybe the play will ramp up on this session, and these guys who are sitting at this table will show us what they're capable of, and we're going to have some fantastic poker.
Texas Dolly came to play.
He could have shaved. This is HD, Doyle.
Daniel's trying to reverse his high-stakes poker curse.
You see, he can't. He has a hitch where he does this thing. He goes back and then he just goes.
You know I've got no coordination, so.
He tried to start golfing one-handed. He was playing with one arm. Yeah, he's like, I don't know, it can't be any worse.
I've got zero coordination, you know that, right?
That's Daniel's impression of Charles Barkley golfing.
Yeah.
And it was a good impression.
It was.
Drawing good. You're doing good there. It's 1-1 end of the
Phil
first.
Ivey raises to 1,200 with 9-8 offsuit.
I asked someone what the score was. I was in LA last night, and they were
Holtman's in with a pair of
like,
fives.
the open. He said, how about 11 goals? Does that work for you?
Yeah, it was insane.
And the
It was
big
a crazy,
papa,
wild game. I watched it, of course.
he's going to put the 800 in with the queen deuce offsuit.
It can be like under 5.5, 3-0, and get the goalkeeper out. And all
Well,
this.
that's the part you have to factor.
Sickest.
And actually, they don't do it as
Sickest thing ever.
They actually don't do it early enough.
Flop comes
or
10, 9,
often as they're
7.
supposed to, like,
Pre-check by
theoretically.
Doyle.
Like,
Because it's hard to score, right?
Phil's
Even
flopped a
though-
pair
here's
and
the
an open
thing,
end
they don't do
straight.
the math right. If you're down 3-0, you're
And he
to lose the
checks.
game, right? If you pull the
Holtman
goal, you're
doesn't
still
bite.
going to lose the game, but your chances of winning increase
3
by
on the
like
turn.
1%.
Yeah.
So it's still worth it, but nobody does it because they're like 11-0.
Phil
There's
trying
no
to
goal difference.
induce
One of the
Kim to
greatest
bet.
managers in soccer of all time.
5 on the river.
Barcelona. And
Well,
he'd be
he'll
like,
bet
I'd
now.
rather lose 5-0
Now, Doyle.
because he'd go for the win every time.
Doyle bets
It's the correct thing to
3,500.
do.
Everybody
But
checking
you know
here. I
how
might as well try to
coaches
buy
are.
this
They don't
pot
want to
right
get
now.
fired. They don't like it looks bad to lose 7-1. But really,
Phil's gonna
in the
call
macro,
him.
I think I had the
and
Blue
down
Jackets
one.
down.
You're supposed
And
to
I
go
see
like
a
that.
raise in
Blue
our
Jackets down
future.
3 nothing 2 days ago, and they won in overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what spot.
How much do you think he's going to bet?
I'm just saying,
the
like,
drop in the bar.
3,500.
boy,
I'd
before
say
you wait until
A little over 5, 6 grand.
you
More
let
than
on
that.
the face off
I
and
think.
keep the goalie in.
Let's
gain
see.
possession, and then the goalie comes out.
Exactly.
Maybe you're right. Looks like 10,000.
Yeah.
Raising to 10,500.
I love
You were
that
exactly
stadium.
right.
T-Mobile.
How can I ever question anything you
They
say?
shouldn't do that anymore. It's
When
9
I
years
first
now.
came to America, I went to the Raiders and the A's.
All right,
and the
Mr. Queen
Coliseum,
Deuce.
and I was like, if this is what's
See you later.
T-Mobile.
I was like, I'm not taking my daughter here. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's like insane.
The crowd gets really involved, right? On
Vegas, yeah. Vegas is a good home.
In Finland, it used to get so
We're
involved.
getting the
I was
A's now, right? The A's are coming.
amazing.
Phil doesn't have to
Watch
think
right
about
now.
it that much. He knows
It's
he's beat.
really intense.
When are we going to get an
So
NBA
close
team? That's what I
also.
want.
I can't imagine we don't. I think, like, I know Adam Silver loves gambling. He's fine with it. Like, this just makes sense. Every sport should be in Vegas.
I want to have an NBA team, man.
Me too.
So bad. I wish
Kim
we
Holtman
had
got
those, like,
lucky on the
really
river
great
against the
team.
player he idolizes.
My favorite poker pro, it changed a little bit over the years, but I would say the GOAT for me, greatest of all times, is Phil Ivey. I watched him basically when I got into poker. I was 18 years old and I watched him and my mind was just blown. So Phil Ivey, but recently there's popped up a lot of Tom Dwan is I'm very scared of playing against Tom Dwan, Patrick Antonius, Doyle Brunson, living legend, Negreanu, you name it. But if I can pick one, it's Phil Ivey.
And it just so happens we have all those
How's
people
that?
at this table.
I also can't wait for the A's to come here.
Good luck, Kim Holtman.
You know, I couldn't-
Karai Aldemir has raised to 1,000 with Queen Jack suited.
in my head, I can't. It has to be the underdog. Has to be the worst team. you
I
know?
grew up a Blue Jays fan. Toronto.
They won the World
Daniel's
Series when I
still
was young.
not playing.
92, 93. I had the biggest bet I ever did
A
in my life. I
walk.
bet $1,000 on
How
that Joe
about
Carter
that?
home run. I didn't have $1,000. I did not have 1,000. I bet it though. Thankfully, I won. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go look for it.
Oh, yeah. Some football games where you make a big bet, and if they don't win, you got to run away from the bookie, go on a lamb a little while? Sure.
Go on the lamb.
Well,
Really sure.
on the Jersey Shore.
I mean, I was like 17 or 18. You know, you do
still-
dumb. You're a kid.
I still have the baseball cap from the World Series.
Daniel won that bet on Toronto.
Chunky as well. from
Remember that
Cleveland.
series?
Yeah.
Oh,
1,200.
Where does he play?
plays for Toronto.
He's always been there. Oh.
First overall.
Phil
pick.
calls with ace nine of
There
hearts.
for another 5 years.
Will anyone be as good as Gretzky ever?
How do we segue so quickly into hockey? I like the betting talk, you know.
These guys are very fluid.
Fluid, that's a good word.
Really?
Look at this flop for Dwan.
Straight flush draw. Straight flush with the jack of spades. Holtman's got an inside straight draw. Ivy's got a pair of nines.
Tom bets 2,000.
Gretzky played the most with. Yeah, you know.
Phil calls.
And I think Kim is going to call too, try and catch that queen.
I've been to Finland with Patrick. On a fuel stop.
Yeah. Can you say Jari Kurri?
Most people.
Ace on the turn.
Ace is up for Phil Ivey.
Nice.
Jari Kurri? That. And then Selane.
He was one of my favorites.
Wow, yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, you know him?
Is a straight flush draw
Golf
worth
with him, but
a bet on the turn? Yes.
You play a lot of golf in Monte Carlo? In Monte Carlo?
Tom bets 8,000.
not anymore, but I would like to play. I don't have so much time. It's really nice golf there. Perfect.
Do you think Phil's gonna
Some
raise?
days are just like,
No.
you couldn't ask anything more. It's just so.
How do you know these things?
I'm getting better. Getting better. He calls.
Next door,
I would have thought he would raise there.
Cap die?
Kim gets out of the way.
Yeah, Cap die, yeah. It's next to Monaco.
Yeah, I love it.
The whole South France is just really,
Ace is full for Phil Ivey on the river.
like I couldn't
Phil Ivey
appreciate
has the
Cannes
second
area
nuts
and
now.
this before.
Only
Now I
hand that
think
can beat
it's
him is
one
Ace
of the
King.
nicest in the world as an area, like.
Dwan kind of gives up. You can save everybody a lot of time here, Phil. Your eyes can dart all over the place. You ain't getting any more money.
Bets 25,000.
And Tom Dwan is done. So far this season on high stakes poker, he hasn't been hitting his draws.
Three.
Tom Dwan missed a big draw there. And Phil Ivey, ace is full.
Black Assassin.
Our group has been playing poker for a long time, but when exactly did that passion start? We asked Phil Ivey.
Oh, I knew I loved playing poker the first time I played poker when I was 8 years old. And, you know, I played with my grandfather. A lot of people know this story already, but I played with my grandfather. He used to cheat me. And I never beat him, but I always asked him to play. And we played like almost every night with a penny jar, and I just loved it. I loved everything about it from the beginning. Yeah.
Queen 9-4, deuce 3-5, 4-5-8,
4-5-8 spell, right?
7-8-9,
Did you play poker with your grandfather, Gabe?
ace
Jack 9.
ace 10-5.
No, my grandfather is a very touching family
Oh,
story.
okay.
My grandfather, on his deathbed,
Wow.
he had this watch, you know,
Yeah.
and he sold it to me.
It's wonderful, man.
I haven't played for years, and I remember
That's a Woody Allen joke.
That's great.
You used to play all the time.
Doyle's in with Jack 10 offsuit. Tom Dwan's playing 6 of 3 of hearts. Aldemir likes an 8-7 offsuit.
8 and 9 diamonds there. Oh, it comes quite often. These
Don't reverse it till I...
King Ace Jack on the flop.
Okay.
Who was that?
Don't reverse
I had it, can't you?
Doyle bets 1,500.
Best that ever was.
Does someone have this? It's my suited ace king.
You can have that one when you play
and
with
a
us.
stiff jack.
And that's the end of that hand.
You have king, queen, jack or something?
Clubs.
No, I'm saying, what was your...
Would you play if we gave you 11 props?
Ace
We
jack
got 10?
3.
Yes.
Huh?
You got me.
No, not you. You're gonna play anyway.
Oh.
5-5 flop.
You got the 5 of 5?
Once against him, but we're playing heads up.
He was so unlucky. I mean,
Yeah.
at one point.
He won like 3-4 million to start.
I know, but I'm just saying, at one
Who
point he
did?
was like really...
Very. Playing props.
Thanks, cuz. Can I get a wrap?
Queen 10 offsuit. Patrick Antonius raises to 1,200.
Can I change that back for this?
I think Phil and Doyle are playing props now, and Doyle's still trying to get other people in.
Well, keep it.
You been golfing, Danny?
No, but I'm gonna get back to it.
No?
Give me the small stuff.
Thank you,
You?
sir.
No.
Thank you very much.
I had
for
an
your help.
injury here, like it messed up. Something tore.
Got that injury from throwing all his hands away.
Help.
That's a hand the old timers don't like to play, King 9.
Why is that?
Well, you very rarely flop the best hand with King 9.
Here's $100,000.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Here's $100,000. Buy yourself something nice, Phil.
Fall out my pocket.
ARB, we'll catch him.
We got him.
Huh?
He's coming sit right next to you.
Looks like he gave JRB $100,000 too.
I'll scoot
Very
over here.
nice.
I got to get to know this James Board guy.
I need some chips.
You want a hand?
Yes, he needs some chips. Lots of them.
You want a hand?
Yeah.
Lots of chips.
JRB's in the house.
Guys.
That means a lot of talking.
Never mind, James. Let's go.
JRB can play. I don't think he's going to
yeah.
play as tight as these players have been playing so far.
Or less.
JRB does not have a tight bone in his body.
You want this?
Sure.
You know, the tight bone is connected to the
Is that the
thigh bone.
Thigh bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Dwan, ace, queen,
You got
offsuit.
just wake up vibes.
Not too long ago.
Aces to 1,200.
You look fresh. As fresh as JRB could look, I mean, you know.
You look pretty fresh, bud.
Is it the wine time?
Last time I saw him was the weekend you had all your birthday festivities.
And JRB's not going to throw his big blind away. 10-3 queen on the flop.
Top pair, top kicker for Tom Dwan. JRB's got an inside straight draw. Make a straight with a 9.
Tom bets 2,000. JRB calls.
Of course.
9 on the turn.
Bingo! Nice casual check.
Tom bets 5,000.
And here comes a nice casual raise.
16,000.
Walks in off the street, check raising it.
I would think that Tom has to know at this point he doesn't have the best hand. JRB is not raising with King Queen.
Tom calls. And a queen on the river.
That's a really bad card. Worst card for Tom Dwan. Well, maybe an ace would be equally as bad.
JRB bets 51,000.
Which is kind of puzzling to Tom Dwan to have a hand like making two pair with a 9, like 10s and 9s. And now Dwan has the best hand. JRB coming out and betting 51,000 is a sign that Tom Dwan is beat. JRB could set and played it like this, could have made the straight, could have made queens and nines, and now it's filled up. It really seems like JRB has the best hand. And Tom Dwan feels the same way, too.
Looks like it. Yep.
It really was a good fold.
Right in off the street. Check raise, bam, bam, boom.
But he's played a lot
In the Cowboy game.
with JRB.
I have the Cowboys.
That's too bad. I got
All
the
right,
Indians.
guys, I'm gonna get changed out now. But I'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
JRB said, what are you announcing that for? We're not that formal around here.
Bit of a shakeup to the lineup. Board out. JRB is in. And Holtman's out. But the game must go on. JRB with a nice start to his session. Holtman probably going to play some slots. I like that. Professional slots player.
Have any kids, Daniel?
And to get us back to 8 players, Jonathan Gibbs. His story about when he started playing poker is definitely unique.
I think it's really easy to identify when I fell in love with Texas Hold'em. So I was raised by a single mom, and my mom was, I think, super hot because she was always dating younger guys. And, you know, her boyfriend's always trying to build rapport with the kids. And a couple of her boyfriends just, you know, they taught us to play poker. Me and my younger brother taught us to play poker. So we started playing poker at 13, 14. I would drive to the Chumash Casino in Southern California because it was 18 and up and they had stud there. But I was waiting for a stud table in Vegas when I was 21, and I flopped a set of kings on a Hold'em table, and everybody paid me off, and I never went back to, it was at Harrah's across the street. It was my very first hand on Texas Hold'em, and I never went back. I started reading the books, started reading Doyle's books and other people's books, and yeah, I fell in love that day with Texas Hold'em.
30 or 45-second extension.
Interesting story. I don't know how this guy has time for poker. Jonathan Gibbs has 9 kids with 1 on the way. Hannah. Well, 2 are born naturally and 7 were adopted.
That's great that a guy and his wife would take in 7 kids, a young couple like that. Fantastic.
It really is.
Would you believe in the top 16 in the U.S. Open, there was either 1 or 2 Americans in the top 16 U.S.
Queen 7, Jack on the flop.
That was in Atlantic City.
No, I'm
Both players whiff.
cool place.
Oh, Philippines.
Oh, really?
But a Filipino didn't win it this year. A guy from Singapore won it. Filipino took second.
So a lot of places in Asia.
Oh, he's small
I
blind.
check first.
That's right.
You can still.
I've checked. So deal.
Say, a lot of great players.
9 on the turn.
Doyle makes a pair, 3 clubs out there.
Philippines, China.
Patrick would zip. You make a straight for an 8 game.
Philippines. The Michael Jordan of pools from
4 on the river.
Oh yeah, I've heard you say that.
And there's 2 guys that are head and shoulders above the rest of the field. One guy named Alex.
Patrick bets 6,000.
Partied with him.
You have?
Yeah.
He's a nice kid. And then Dennis Orcolo. They're both.
Doyle calls.
I don't know why I always end up bluffing you, Don. I never have it.
I had a big hand.
What in the world?
You called with 8 high.
9 high.
No, no. Yeah, the fair.
Are you doing, Doyle?
Patrick first.
What are you doing, Doyle?
Just goes to show you never 12 to 69.
I don't think JRB realized that Doyle had a pair. Thought he called with 9 high.
Got to play what you get.
And Doyle showing he's got some new tricks, even in his 80s. JRB, the leader of the pack. Tom Dwan right behind him. Aldemir in the middle. And Patrick Antonios got some catching up to do.
Fear Ridge.
No. You don't know my kids.
But I do.
JRB said, you're rich, Doyle. And Doyle said, well, you don't know my kids.
Straddles on.
Sandwich.
Dad, what do we say about separation of bankrolls? on this one.
Now I got to root for this guy to win every hand. He's got 9 kids.
Right, I feel bad, right?
I like that restaurant of his.
And he's
Been
going
over
to
there a few
3-bet
times.
to 4,300.
Yeah.
It's 4,300 total.
You raise it?
Ace 5 suited. Come on, put it in there. Do it.
Yep.
Nope. Dwan will play his 8-6 of diamonds. It's only going to cost him 1,800. He likes hands like this.
Yep.
That's it.
Three, 10, 5 on the flop.
Dwan with the flush draw.
Check.
He checks. And Jonathan baseball team.
You write yours down, big boy?
I did, but we share a prop deal. King 10-9, so you're gonna have to come up with something.
He's going to continue. Dwan's not going anywhere.
My props are non-negotiable, so is that,
Those cherries, man.
no,
He might be thinking of raising, which would be a good play.
I can't even think of a 10.
Maybe something in what Jonathan did
Put a 5 in it.
alerted Dwan that he might not have anything.
Tom calls.
No, he just calls.
Okay, I got 10.
7 on the turn.
That gives Dwan an open end straight along with his flush draw.
You gotta change your King 10-9.
Okay.
We won't play then.
Here.
Oh.
Writing down the props. Let's see if Jonathan continues. He's tempted.
Check.
Nope.
King on the river.
Dwan has got 8 high now. He's going to bet and try and take it.
I got a queen 10-9.
Okay. Let me see the lit. I'll see that because you know mine by heart. I don't.
No, I want to see him though.
And he's going to bet 16,000.
And he got insta-called.
I knew he had it.
Welcome to the party, Gibby.
All right, how much?
Dwan missed again.
5 and 10.
Had a straight and a flush draw.
10 for the prop.
Didn't get there.
Oh, you walk in, sit down, beat Tom Dwan in the pot. Not a bad start for Jonathan Gibbs.
Rex and I went to jump off of a bridge near Vancouver, Washington that Casey of Bungee.com owns. And I asked Casey, I said, Casey, what's the off a helicopter into the volcano in Chile? And he showed us pictures. And I was just blown away. And I said, well, next time you go, you got to take us. Fear and I had anxious thoughts about the jumps, and it was just the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life.
Well, you got to like this guy who wears a suit to jump into a volcano, and he comes here with a V-neck sweater.
We're going to play.
That's extraordinary.
When you jump into volcanoes, do you?
No, I like a tracksuit.
10, right?
Yeah, you want to be comfortable.
Sure.
I mean, how are these guys going to scare him with $6,000 bets
Exactly.
when he formally jumps into a volcano?
Right. 4-ace king on the flop.
I have clubs.
All clubs.
All clubs.
Jonathan's got an inside straight draw and the best flush draw.
Get the ace king.
Doyle still got the best hand with a pair of 5s. And Jonathan checks.
6 on a turn.
Come on, Jonathan. There he goes.
All right. That's 3,200.
I don't know whether to call him Jonathan Baseball or Jonathan Volcano now. What do we call him?
I know.
No big boys, right?
Johnny Volcano. I like that better.
Okay, what are they?
You're 854, mine's circle.
Okay, so yours is not circle. See, this is talking.
Isn't yours 10 deuce 3?
Circle over here, 10 trade deuce.
But not, this is
See, I remember that one.
Circled on his own sheet.
Okay, so
You fans,
big one's
get
20.
ready for next season's first edition of High Stakes Props.
no, there's 10. They're 10 or 5.
They're 5.
Are we doing the wrong
I feel like I'm playing the wrong game.
Yeah.
We're doing the 5K.
Except
Big one's
Doyle.
10.
Yeah, Doyle says he's gonna.
It is cheap.
Meanwhile, Antonius,
I might still. I might
big
just
slick
put Doyle
suited
Yeah.
on the straddle.
in. His family's rich, not him.
He has the option to raise if nobody else
I
raises.
remember that one.
I don't think Phil Ivey realized Patrick straddled. He put in 1,100.
At 12.
Just folds.
He's got to make it at least 16.
Raises 2,500.
Steps up to 2,500.
Calls.
JRB calls with a pair of 10s, and Patrick's probably going to raise. When you straddle and you have a hand like Ace King, you got to raise.
150?
100 and, yeah.
And he 3 bets to 10,800.
8 total. About 130.
Think Mr. Ivey's going to leave this pot?
He has about 130. And how much do you have, Patrick?
And it's still on Ivy, and JRB is doing some accounting. It's almost like he wants Ivy out of the pot.
And there he goes, putting Patrick all in.
We're in the cranberry orchard. He puts Patrick all in.
Right. Twice?
Yeah, twice.
Sure.
Good.
Please have
Yeah,
10s.
it's an all in a call. How many times?
This will be
Twice.
a chop.
2 times. All right, 2 boards.
I think this will be a chop.
You were close? You almost called it?
Scooted it.
I had one of
Oh,
them.
yeah, if you jam, I'm out.
What you had? Nothing. You had Phil beat, I think.
So far this season, Ace King hasn't done too well. Let's see if it changes for Patrick. Yes.
King A9. Three on the turn.
Give him an ace. Get rid of all of them.
And a 10 on the river.
One.
How about a 10, JRB?
Not bad.
You saw that coming.
Trouble.
That's dirty. This must be James's seat. Clearly, it's not mine.
He did win 2 in a row against him. Queens against Ace King.
Yeah.
Game queen 10-10 here.
Game
queens.
queen both times, so not 10.
Yeah.
He said you have a strip. You have a flush draw.
Yeah, now it's gonna come. Queen,
Nasty.
no, 10, jack, jack.
4, 6, 7 on the flop.
Patrick needs an ace or king.
8 on the turn.
Phil Ivey would have made it straight.
Yeah.
Now a 5 will get things tricky.
I'm all right with a 5, too.
Anything but an ace or a king, and
A queen on the river.
queen. JRB takes it all.
That's crazy. That's 2 in a row.
Just the way
Like
it came out.
pair versus Ace Kings. It's 4-0.
I have 100.
100.
Biggest pot of the night so far.
Leave home. Patrick's playing 100.
And Patrick says, I should have stayed in Finland.
Run it twice, lose it twice. Not how you draw it up if you're Patrick Antonius. And a particularly brutal run out with the River 10.
They're near the mountains. You see them on the
Yeah,
grocery
going into that river, you're probably
Yeah,
like, you're like a 2 to 3.
Aldemir's in the game with a pair of 7s, raises to 2,100.
Basically like
Straddles on.
because the next one is 50-50.
I thought I liked those
All right.
2 more. But now.
And here's another ace king.
Where's your favorite mountain spot?
Dwan calls at
I
2,100.
haven't really been to many, but.
Gonna play his ace king
Mount
slow.
Charleston.
Mount Charleston?
Yeah.
Daniel with 8s.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Let's go there.
And he 3-bets to 12,700.
A substantial raise.
Got rid of me.
Can't help it.
He would have called you. But with those two boards, it looks like you'd have done all right.
No, I would have lost. Second one, I think I won.
Karai is thinking about calling. We haven't seen much action from him so far this season.
Yeah.
Wrong time to get involved.
How much is it?
12-7 total.
Well, I'll run it twice. I'll run it once or twice. I don't care what anybody wants to do.
And he senses that, goes out.
Hey, congratulations on that. It was fun to watch you play. You're like, not sure you played very well, but you're fun to watch too. Like you have a good energy about you. Yeah.
Thanks, appreciate it.
You got nice energy, nice sparkle, nice presence. And how much you got in front of you?
Yeah. The whole show. The final table was actually the most boring of the entire thing.
Raise all in.
In my opinion.
Wow.
Dwan's all in.
It was nice to see him win. Wow.
Dwan is ignoring the ace-king curse of this season.
Next year.
And Daniel immediately calls.
Poker just off the hinges for a long time.
time. It's waste.
Man, Daniel, you're stubborn.
Is this the hand
You know how hard it is
that
to get a
ace-king
pair?
is going to hold up, or at
You realize
least
how hard it is to get a pair?
win one of the two hands?
Best case scenario.
I assume
is
they're going
flip,
twice.
right?
Pair is 4-0 against overcards, and now I'm flipping, so it should be even.
Even higher.
Huh? Against this guy on high stakes poker. I mean, when does he ever win flips? He's 0 for 2 already.
I have seen you run pretty well, but did flip a little bit with the.
9 King 3 on the flop.
What is it? 105?
Going twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing it twice.
No.
That's how you got to do it.
And
Moan
there's
it
the
in.
8.
Jeez.
You got to
Wow.
moan it in.
Brutal.
It's the only I've learned from the people. Moan. Moan it in. King. Yeah.
King on the river.
He's 5-0, pair versus ace king. Ace king ain't all it's cracked up to be. It's a drawing hand, as Doyle used to say.
Really bad for Dwan, loses
out.
2 of his
All right.
outs.
This is
5, 5, and 7.
Eight this time. I think I had one.
Another 5 on the turn.
and he's got a 5 now. A 5 can win.
Glad you told him that, Daniel, because I don't think Tom Dwan realized that.
Are we doing the second one too?
1 king, 3 aces, and a 5.
My problem.
5 outs.
Feels so good.
6 on the river.
Ace king never wins.
5, 6.
Ace King does not ever win.
You don't
Nice.
even have that one.
We should start a lottery.
Yeah.
When will Ace King win? I mean, one of the two hands. It's got to happen.
Has to.
Next time.
Let's keep an
Wasn't
eye on
looking
it.
too good for you on that flop, Daniel.
I'm betting you right now,
And I did the moan.
$1,
All right.
that Ace King not only wins one of the two hands, but wins both hands the next time it happens.
I'll take that action. You mean 50 cents a board, right?
No, I mean $1.
Oh, well.
Is it 21?
Gibbs with the straddle.
Did you listen?
Holding ace 3.
Already.
Well,
Now this is why JRB is who he is. He raises 10,000 with a king 7 suited into a guy who jumps in a volcano, the reigning World Series of Poker champion, and the granddaddy of poker himself, the Big Papa Doyle Brunson.
Unbelievable.
I got king 7. Here's 10,000.
I like your style.
We're talking about.
Both players are going to call.
I miss the days when you would not look.
Don't see the main event champ getting away. He calls,
Like I see,
and Doyle's got to call.
I see it like what after 2 hours. After 2 hours of missing just when you forget completely that you're playing props.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
He does, not in love with it, but he calls.
very well.
You too.
Yeah.
4 ace 10.
Check.
Bing bang for the Big Papa.
check.
JRB is going to bet 13,000.
Karai is out.
Yeah.
This is painful.
Doyle is probably putting JRB on an ace.
100K props, 75K props. Reletting right away after.
Okay, I'm all in.
All in for Doyle.
Once we play
There pinks over here?
if you have a straight in your hand,
Doyle is representing a big play with a flush draw, hoping JRB would call if he had aces, but that's not the case. Doyle got excited when JRB said, "You got a pink over there?" Yes, son, I got a pink. JRB said, "Just kidding."
Doyle's not messing around tonight. He's here to play. Welcome back inside our high stakes suite.
There was no flop.
So far, it's been a lot of running it twice and a lot of losing or winning it twice, depending on who you're talking about. There has been blood spilled. Straddles on once again. JRB with 10-8 of hearts.
Okay, here's the ace king.
Oh, boy. Let me get that dollar ready.
I got to win both hands to win the dollar. Everything goes all in. All right.
funny poker from 1,000 years ago.
I think ace king is due.
Certainly is.
JRB shows some speed again, re-raises to 10,000 with 10-8 suited.
Raise.
Raise.
And he's going to get re-raised by Mr. Negrano. And that's not going to slow JRB down. Only player that would call in this spot with this hand.
5-10-9 on the flop.
Flop's the best hand, checks.
Barry Greenstein there, isn't it? What's this?
You're right on top of your game, aren't you? That was him.
Daniel checks, which probably makes JRB think that Daniel has a big ace or maybe a smaller pair.
The one he slept?
Sevens, eights, sixes.
Some 600,000 or something.
Now
right?
he's got the tens and an open-end straight draw.
Yep.
And he's still checking.
Something, right? He's on triple and
Yeah, it was 600 and something thousand.
There's a king on the river.
Check. Checks down.
Pair.
Me too. Best one.
That'll do it.
Well, you know, close to the best one. That ace king, right?
JRB is very adventurous before the flop. He's got to have a little follow through.
Yeah.
He feels he has the best hand on the flop.
You know, mining
Sometimes.
like that.
When I drank, I drank.
Yeah, he wasn't a quitter.
Back when he had a full kidney.
Did you drink when you were playing, or when you were playing, or not?
I mean, like the mining stuff is
I have done it a time or two,
But not often.
it wasn't very
Lucrative.
productive.
I know some people are doing
usually the
stuff in
case.
like Russia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because in Serbia or something like that, where like that, it's really cheap. The electricity.
Yeah, you can. I'm looking up on a coal power plant in Arizona. You can get green credits for it.
Phil Ivey raises to 1,200 with queen 10 of diamonds.
So
And the ace seven of diamonds brings in Doyle Brunson.
I've been doing mining is been doing a long time.
Daniel calls.
It's definitely the best way to buy it, acquire it.
And it's going to be eventually they're going to only accept those. I mean,
Gonna eventually-
2 5s and a king on the flop.
And two diamonds.
okay.
Phil,
You did hear me, didn't you?
I heard
that's
you. I
2,500.
got to pay you from my pocket, I think, right? I got to pay you from here.
If they don't object, we'll just pay off the table.
Okay. Here. Take it. You happy?
After that was. Yeah, what the hell is that now?
Some ruffled feathers with these props. Dog calls with the prop money.
Daniel's going to raise to 7,500.
Very impressive. Daniel does not feel that either of these players have a king. And he's right. Doyle throws the nut flush draw away, probably giving Daniel credit for a 5. But still, I think you got to call there.
Jack on the turn.
Gives Phil Ivey an open-end straight draw as well.
Let's see if the Cowboys got any more.
Daniel bets 12,500.
I think at this point, Phil Ivey is giving Daniel credit for a 5.
New Orleans scored on them.
Probably ace-5 suited.
10-7.
Cowboys are up 10-7.
8 of diamonds on the river.
That makes Phil Ivey's flush. So if Daniel bets, Phil's got to call, whatever he bets.
Daniel bets 36,000.
36.
Phil's saying, well, if he's got a full house, he's got me.
2 pair. 6s. Oh, flush. Damn it.
That'd be,
I almost checked the river, too. I was like, oh, that must be him.
I had the ace and another diamond.
You did?
I did.
You had nut flush draw, too? I thought you might have diamonds, which is why I fired there.
You folded the flop?
What?
You folded the flop?
Called 2,500 and he shot it back. I thought he had a 5.
So did I. And then I looked back, and it was a 6.
Phil Ivey was as mystified about what was going on in that hand as I was. I think he would have definitely laid down a king.
I'd like to draw it flushes with pairs.
Yeah.
Next time on High Stakes Poker, Tom Dwan and Daniel Negreanu will tangle again.
You don't flop a set on there.
And Patrick Antonius explains his early downswing.
Damn, this side is so cold. It's impossible to win a hand here. There's like an energy field that is blocking.
And Kid Poker tries to figure out JRB.
How many jacks do you have, JRB? All of them?
I have less than 3 jacks. What are you supposed to say to that, Doyle? Right? I'm playing cards.